Okay, here we go. Thursday, late Thursday, Thursday evening here, and this is your weather update that we're going to focus on the weekend. I'm going to try to put out more of these weather updates on the Novak Weather Facebook page because I know everybody is trying to plan ahead, and knowing what's going to happen on the weekend here is pretty important. So let's just get right to it. And of course, my good friend Daryl Bauer with Edina Realty is sponsoring this video. All right, let's get into what we can expect here. First off, I just wanted to have you take a look at the jet stream. Okay, this is the jet stream river of air at 30 to 35,000 feet. Of course, this is where the jets put it on cruise control. And here's the jet stream for today. And one thing I wanted you to focus on is what's happening over here just south of Minnesota in the upper Midwest. Another pinwheeling upper level low pressure system that just doesn't want to move. But this is important. Watch what happens with our jet stream structure as we go through time. That pinwheeling low finally kicks off to the northeast and gets out of our hair, and it finally leaves the United States later tomorrow and into Saturday. So that's great news, and we get into a nice, cool, crisp, and dry northwest flow over the upper Midwest. And keep in mind, as we put this jet stream structure in motion, here's Minnesota and Wisconsin in the upper Midwest. And as we get into Friday and Saturday, this is just a beautiful, again, although cool and at sometimes breezy, northwest wind and Canadian air mass. So yeah, our temperatures are going to be certainly below normal, probably 5 to 10 degrees below normal. So we'll likely be stuck in the 60s this weekend over much of the upper Midwest and maybe even some areas in northern Minnesota in the 50s. But it is a refreshing air mass compared to what we've been used to. And I think everybody, for the most part, is going to appreciate that. And by the way, there should be plenty of sunshine too. All right, hey, here's the Moisture Channel satellite loop from outer space looking down on the United States right now. And just for geographic reference, here's Minnesota. And the reason why I'm showing you this is look at this beautiful but massive pinwheeling low pressure system that we also saw on the jet stream weather pattern, on the jet stream structure. We saw that pinwheeling low pressure system, but look at how it has engulfed basically the whole eastern half of the United States from the Mississippi River on east. And it's just a miserable day in Kansas and Missouri and Iowa and Wisconsin as clouds and showers continue to plague those areas. But I also wanted you to focus on what's going on up here in North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. That's dry air that is funneling now and trying to shove that storm off to the east and northeast. And eventually it's going to be successful as we get into later tonight and certainly tomorrow and this weekend. So that's good news. So really, again, a pretty nice weekend to look forward to. By the way, I did want to, again, mention that Daryl Bauer, my good buddy with Edina Realty, is sponsoring this video. And if you have some real estate to sell, whether it be land or your home, and you're in the southern Twin Cities metro and areas on south, such as Faribault, Owatonna, places like New Prague, Medford, Minnesota, anywhere from the southern Twin Cities metro on south along that 35W corridor, that's Daryl's bread and butter, and he really knows that area well. So, look up Daryl if you've got something to sell from a real estate standpoint. He can help you out. He's a good man. He's believed in Novak Weather from the start. He's been my guy since we started sponsorships. So yeah, give him a call. Tell him that I sent you to him, and you'll get treated well. All right, let's continue to look ahead as we go into the weekend. Here it is. This is the NAM computer model guidance. And what I'm showing you right now is the humidity levels at 700 millibars. And that's basically the middle levels of our atmosphere. And the reason why I'm showing you this is I want you to focus on what's happening up here in Manitoba, North Dakota, and northern Minnesota. You can plainly see that northwest winds are going to be shoving into much of Minnesota and Wisconsin as we go through not only today here, but as we go through tomorrow and then into Saturday. And I also want you to focus on the lack of moisture over Minnesota and Wisconsin and the eastern Dakotas as we get into this weekend. Again, this is a refreshing, dry, cool, beautiful air mass for this time of the year. Our average temperature is in the low to mid 70s. So yeah, we'll probably be a good 10 degrees below normal, likely in the low to mid 60s, maybe a 70 on Sunday. But regardless, it's going to feel great when considering that we've had dew point temperatures near 70 degrees over southern Minnesota and western Wisconsin over the last couple of days. So be prepared for that, this air mass. Yeah, bring a light jacket with you, especially at night, because you're going to need it. And as we look at the temperatures in the lower layers of our atmosphere, it kind of shows you the same thing. Look at this push of cool air coming out of Canada into Minnesota as we go through time, Thursday and into Friday, and then even into Saturday. Just a beautiful, cool Canadian air mass over our region that should feature plenty of sunshine. One last thing I did want to show you is I want to show you the shift in the weather patterns that we're going to be experiencing over the next 5 days or so. This is the jet stream weather pattern now for this weekend. And again, this is Sunday, and look at how our flow is coming right out of Canada into the upper Midwest. Okay, that's that cool, dry, crisp air mass. But as we go into next week, and as we focus on, let's say, Tuesday of next week, look at how our flow becomes west and southwest in the upper levels of our atmosphere. Again, this is the jet stream level now from the European computer model guidance. Our flow becomes westerly and southerly next week. That's going to let warm and humid air come back north into the upper Midwest, including Minnesota and Wisconsin. And we are also going to be right on the southern edge or the southern flank of a jet streak that will be over Manitoba and Saskatchewan. So right in this area is going to be an area that is prone for potential thunderstorm development. And often this time of year, these storms would occur late at night, what we call mesoconvective systems or mesoconvective complexes. These are the types of storms that bring a lot of lightning and wind and rain at about midnight or 2 a.m. So we'll see how that develops here over early next week and see if that does come to fruition. But anyway, our pattern does set up to be a much more summery, summer type weather pattern as we get into early next week. All right, with that, I'm going to let you go. And again, I'd like to thank Daryl Bauer for sponsoring this video. Everybody have a great weekend. And of course, we're going to update you over the weekend and next week about our weather pattern and things that are going on in our atmosphere. Take care.